Hey, what's up guys? Sloth King here. Today I'm going to be working on my 4th gen 4Runner, and it's a V6 and I'm doing a spark plug change. So the car has 128,000 miles on it, and I don't know when the last time the spark plugs were done, so we're going to do that. It's going to be pretty straightforward. You're going to probably want to set aside maybe 45 minutes to do this if you get like stuck, but it really shouldn't take that long. It's a pretty simple job, so let's get right into it. All right, so I have Denso coppers. Your spark plugs are gonna get gapped to 0.043. If you don't know how to gap it, check out this short I made on how to gap spark plugs. Now, spark plug socket size, it's gonna be a 5/8. I have two here, one with a magnet on the inside, and the magnet falls out too. So, and this other one I have, it's like this piece of silicone that's in there, or a piece of rubber, but the rubber comes out too. So anyway, gonna use those, and then just a basic 3/8 drive ratchet set. Yeah, that's it. So let's start doing this. So we're gonna have to take off this engine cover. It's gonna be two 10mm bolts right here. So after you take your two bolts out, you're gonna pop up your engine cover. It literally just goes on these two pieces of rubber back there, and it pivots. Next, we're gonna take off this hose. Next, take off these two clips right here. This is for your air filter. Okay, now we can access our ignition coils. I'm just gonna take off the clips before I loosen anything. If it's really stuck on, you can help it off with the screwdriver. Just don't break your clip. See, just like that. Loosen your 10mm bolts. All right, now we can take out our coils. Now just put them somewhere safe in line. Okay, it's pretty rusted in there. The electrode is pretty worn down. Here's the far back cylinder, same thing. Wow, that is disgusting. And these are Densos. Now let's go ahead and install our new spark plugs. I always like to put a little bit of anti-seize on the threads, which I did that when I checked all the gap beforehand. You don't need a whole lot. So the rest of this anti-seize is gonna like move down to these threads, so I didn't need to put a whole lot on. And just so you know, these spark plugs, they get torqued to 15 foot-pounds. All right, so this torque wrench is only in inch-pounds. So if you have an inch-pound torque wrench, it's going to be 180 inch-pounds, and that equals 15 foot-pounds. Done. Now let's do that to the other ones, and then we can put our coils back in. But before we do that, I'm going to put a little bit of dielectric grease on the boots. So I'll show you that afterwards. Okay, so before you put ignition coils back in, these boots at the end, we're just gonna lubricate with a little bit of this dielectric grease. It'll keep it lubricated, it'll keep a good contact for any kind of spark that goes through, and it will prevent these seals from ripping. Nice and clean. Okay, so we're gonna take a dielectric grease, pump a little bit out on the boot. Probably take a few tries to do it. Come on. Oh, there we go. So you don't need a whole lot. Stab it around inside the boot. Then we're gonna put just a little bit on the outside seal right here, just to keep it lubricated so it doesn't rip on there. And then we can install it. All right, do that for every single ignition coil, and then just plug it back in, and then we're good to go. And then we'll pick up on the driver's side. Okay, so the driver's side is a wee bit trickier, just because there's all this stuff in the way. There's a bracket right here. There's two 12mm bolts, one here. Oh wow. And then there's one down here. I'm just gonna loosen this bottom one a little bit so I can pivot the bracket, but this one I'm just gonna take out fully. Now we can access that 10mm bolt just by pivoting this out of the way. And then to get this coil out, there's a hose right here, and then there's a little clip back here that you can actually squeeze together with your fingers. Pop the hose off. Oh, and don't drop the clip. So we can move that up and out of the way, and we can access this 10mm bolt. You can probably use a small 1/4 inch ratchet, or you can use a swivel socket. Easiest thing to do is just take off all the clips like you did beforehand, and then you can remove the coils, because if you remove those bolts first, it's gonna be a pain to get the coil clips off, because the coil itself is gonna move. To make your life easier, you can get a set of these picks. There's like this little hook on it and a little extension bar. I don't know where my other ones went. I'm usually better at keeping stuff organized like that. You can put this on and put it underneath the clip, and you can pop it up a lot easier. That's what that's what I had to use on a lot of other Toyota clips, or just clips in general. These hoses are gonna get in your way, but just move them. You can get it underneath that clip. Then you can actually take your screwdriver and then just push off your connector. I would have to say the driver's side is the hardest to do. So if you tackle this side first, the passenger side is gonna be a breeze. Okay, we got that stuff off. Let's get our swivel stuff in here. Perfect. And if you wanted to get the spark plug out easier, you can remove this clip right here and take that line off. That'll let you get in there a little bit easier. Uh-oh. Where did it go? Yeah, I'll grab it after. We'll check out the gap at the end of the video. All right, now we just install the spark plugs. All right, and installation is the same as reverse. Just remember to plug your hoses back in and then find that clip that you dropped, and then it just goes right back on that PVC area right there. All right, guys, let's check out the spark plug gap. This is the driver's side, this is the passenger side, this is the front of the engine, this is the back. So let's see what it's at. The OE spec is supposed to be 0.043. Wow, 0.055. 0.06. And then let's finish up the driver's side, 0.060. Wow, that's insane. Now let's check the passenger side, front of the engine, 0.060, 0.062. And then the last one on the passenger side, 0.062. That's crazy. That's probably why I was having this weird hesitation upon idle, and my gas mileage was pretty low. All right, now let's start it up and see how it runs. Wow, I can already tell that idle is so much better. This idle feels so much better now. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I still have a couple more things to do. I have windshield wipers to replace, but yeah, if you guys like this video and found it helpful, comment below. Let me know how easy it was for you, and tackle that driver's side first, by the way. That way the passenger side, it'll be a breeze. Anyways, if you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to see more videos like these. Peace.